Welcome to another video, guys. I had filmed another introduction to this, but I've had to remove it temporarily. If anyone follows me on socials, you might have seen why. We've had a bit of an issue this week. That might be a bit cryptic, but as soon as I can let you know, I will. So I'm going to start the video here. Welcome along. This week we are doing more Land Rover stuff, sorry to those people who aren't here for Land Rovers, but that's obviously what we've got in at the workshop at the minute. So yeah, not how I was going to start the video, but there we go, this is what's happened. So anyway, enjoy, I'll see you at the end. Good morning, it's Monday. Not a great morning so far. Let me show you one of the reasons why. Got a screw in the tyre of the Jag. Apparently we have a phantom screw depositor up here somewhere, which is lovely. So I've got to try and get that repaired. I know it's on the edge, but I want to try and repair it as opposed to replace that rain sport, because that's going to be cheap. Next thing, after being on charge for a good 12 hours plus, the wife's Range Rover still didn't start. The battery was dead as a pancake. No, flat as a pancake. So yeah, needs to do some testing. I did test the battery when I parked it up yesterday, and it was 12.5 volts. And then I left it for an hour locked, come back and tested the little connector, was still showing 12.5 volts. So it's getting power to where the charging point is. Obviously I tested this. This was putting out 12.5 volts, which I know an alternator puts out 14. I'm not sure a charger will. So yeah, it was flat. It wasn't, I don't know why. So we've got a test rig. We've got our forklift with a battery and a voltmeter. So I can see when I plug the charger in, if it starts going up. And also I've got this one that I found. It's a bit of a weird one, this one. It's got nothing on it apart from that label. There is nothing, oh, there is some lights on it, but there's no switches or anything. So we're gonna try that one. And we're gonna try my old faithful one, which I think is in the Defender, and we'll see the voltage difference. So, right, let's try it. The forklift is on 12.06, so let's plug the one in that we're using, or were using at home. .06, no change. No change at all. Oh, 12.07. Is it slowly climbing? To me, that's kind of just maintaining. I'd have liked to have seen that go up a bit more than 0.01 of a volt. It says charging. It's on trickle. Ah, okay, hang on. Right. Fast. Oh. Well, that didn't do a lot, did it? Oh, hang on. 12.10, 11. Oh, it's climbing. So it's going up. Right, let's try, well, it's going up slowly, but yeah. Let's try one of the others. Okay, the next one's this random one that I've no idea about, but we're on 12.09. So I'm going to blow the electrics or do something. Oh, that's gone up a bit more, look. That one's climbing faster. Yeah, so that one's all right. Right, let me go and get the other one out and see what that one's doing. Right, the next one is the one that I use all the time in the workshop. It is a 6 amp, has fast charge, normal charge, etc. So that's, we're at 12.31. Plug that one in. Oh, and that one's shooting up as well, look. Right. I think that one's dud. Typical. Right, okay, so what we'll do, we'll try the other one overnight tonight and see what happens. Right, I've got all the headlight bowl out and all the lights and stuff out, and I've secured the washer bottle, so I'm just going to put it all back together now. But yeah, taking out the headlight bowl, I can get to the back of it, drill the holes, get it all fixed in there, so we're all good to go. Got the foam tape, so I've stuck that all the way around. I had to notch out this because it was just catching a little bolt that was there. but it will do the job. So I'm going to chuck that back in and then we'll do the driver's side. Right, so that's all in, that's solid. I've remounted the horn there. The boost pipe will go over the top, that's fine. That's all back in and screwed down. We have done the panels under the seats. Oh, I can't show you because the seats are back in. And the fir trees that hold the roof lining up, they're all in. So the Jag has its tyre back. So it's got its tyre back on now, so that's good. We've got it repaired, the puncture's all done. I've put it away again now for now. So let's get on with something else now these few jobs are done. I think next is going to be to get that roof centre console in. And then I don't think I'm going to put water in the truck today because it is bloody cold today. So I think I will wait for tomorrow morning. No, sorry, Wednesday morning. Because tomorrow is bridge again, going over there. So yeah, tomorrow, on Wednesday, I'll probably get the water in. Probably. I'm delaying it a bit, I don't know. I'm a bit scared, to be fair. I need to sort some wiring out inside because I've disconnected some of the earths while we've done all the column. So I need to just go through them and make sure they're all on before I start it anyway. But I think I need to get the roof console back in. So I need to just trim the headline a bit for that. And then that's all up and out the way. And then I can sit on the seats and actually concentrate on the wiring that's going behind the dash. So I could try and group it and tape it. So it's a lot better than what it is now, because obviously it's all loose and all flapping about. So if I can tie it up with the Tessa tape, try and get it in some kind of order, it might make it a bit easier inside there. So right, let's get on with the roof console.
This is the Alpina that we are drawing this afternoon. Now, if I didn't mention, my name's Molly and I'm from Bridge Classic Cars, and behind the camera today is Rob. So this is our 4.8 litre V8 Alpina. Now, it is an automatic. It is in wonderful condition. It really is. It is a beast of a car. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to drive it because when we shot this, the weather was not very good and we didn't want to take it out and get it all dirty and mucky and ruined. But it is a fab car, and actually I'm going to speak to this lovely gentleman called Dan, who has entered the competition for the Alpina and has come to our Coffees and Classics this morning to see it in person. What do you think about it in person, Dan?
Yeah, it's really nice. It makes it, you know, when you come to these Coffee and Classics, you can see the actual car in person and it makes it real. But the pictures don't do it justice. It's a lovely, lovely car, and I'm hoping I'm going to win, but you know, who knows? That's the luck of the draw. But yeah, no, these events are great to come and actually see what you're entering. So it's worth coming down for a coffee and to have a look.
Amazing, thank you so much, Dan, and good luck for this afternoon. So yes, so this is our Coffee and Classics morning. As you can see,
in other news, we've got the roof console back in. Unfortunately, because of the shape of the roof, as you can see, it goes up and back again. You can sort of see through. I could trim the roof lining along there to try and tuck it up a bit, or at least let the roof lining fall down the side of it and you probably won't see it. But do I really want to start cutting it more? I've had to cut it obviously for clearance hole for the back of the radio. I'm not overly worried. All right, you see that when you look in, but what difference does it make? So yeah, so that's in. That wire is a spare at the minute. So yeah, so that's that done. Next job. Well, today's job, I've potentially got Mikey coming to do the footwells tomorrow. They've arrived. So he wants the wings off, which will benefit me in the long run because obviously while we're still debating the engine, at least I can get the body back on the chassis and have it as one. And then with no wings on, it's easy just to move the engine about. So that's the plan for today, is to get this stripped down. So first things first is the grille, whip that out. And then obviously the wings are mostly unbolted from, well, they are unbolted from the chassis. So it's just the ones on the bulkhead really. So, right, let's get the radio on and get cracking. There we go. So the wings are off. Heater box had to come out because I couldn't quite get to the top bolt with the heater box in the way. So I had to take the heater box off. Not too much of a problem. They're not too bad. They have started to go there on the corners. We'll see whether he wants to replace that bit. It might be all right, but we've got the full footwell, so we'll see. Obviously, most of the rot is down the bottom there anyway. But obviously until you grind it back, just to double check, you're not really going to know. I mean, I think this one's been done before, so really that needs more replacing. It's better to put a whole fresh bit in there. So we'll see what he wants to do when he comes to do the welding. Right, so I've made a start getting the loom taped up. And to be fair, once it's all taped up and tight, it doesn't really look that bad. Obviously there's a lot of extra length and stuff, but I should be able to lose that. I haven't obviously finished it all yet, but it's getting there. I've done the main harness and it's tightened it right up a lot. So I'm wondering if I can even get it behind the original Defender dashboard. Bugger. I've only got one. Right, as you can see, so it's not the linkage, but looks of it. So let's do this nut up and see whether it fixes it. Well, I was just topping the washer fluid up and noticed the pollen filter isn't in. So that was sucking in all the crap from the outside. No wonder it smelled a bit funny inside. Yay! Simple as tightening the nut. Right, although it looks quite scary, everything is Tessa taped up and just cable tied in position for now. But everything kind of sits where it needs to be. We've just got to find somewhere to hide this lot. Obviously try and get it behind the dash. I mean, this Tessa tape can be undone and manipulate the loom if we need to, but obviously it goes out the bulkhead here, so I've got to be careful. But yeah, it's all sort of cable tied up. Keep looking at the Ali Sport dash, and there's loads of room behind it, so I think that is going to be the way to go. Because obviously the Defender dash originally is thin here and then comes out here, so I might be able to get that down there, but not as much as I'd like. So all the cables and switches are kind of where they need to be. So yeah, we're getting there. Tessa tape has made a big difference, just tightening it all up. It just makes it a lot easier to handle. There's not loose wires getting caught up. It's just a lot better. So yeah, all the earths are where they need to be now as well. Well, they're on an earth for now. We might have to just move them a little bit if need be. But we've used existing holes and bolts, so we've not done any extra damage. Yeah. So I think we're almost there. I've got to extend the throttle pedal cable because that doesn't quite reach. So I'm going to go over to my other loom and see if I can snip that off and then lengthen that. The cable up there, that plug, is for the wiper motor, which is obviously all the way over here. So we need to find that on the Defender loom, that plug, and then obviously extend that over there. But yeah, we're getting there. Right, I've extended the throttle pedal connector, so that's gone down there. I just cut it off the other loom and obviously cut the plug off that end and then joined it on. I've left the connections bare at the minute just until I know it all works, and I'll tape it up afterwards. But that's that. So next is the blower motor. Oh, blower motor, which is here. So let's go and try and find that on the Defender loom. I found the blower motor wire on the Defender loom, so I've taken that off, chopped it, put some connectors on the end, and then I can join it to that one there once I know what does what. So that's ready to go. Okay, I think the time has come. I have filled it up with fluids. It's got plain water in it now, not coolant, because obviously we'll checking for leaks, but nothing's come out so far. We've got power steering fluid in, obviously checked all the oils and stuff. That's all up. I've put washer bottle fluid in, so that's just to make sure that bottle's all right. And also then I can test the jets, or the pump, should I say, because the jets aren't connected yet. So I think it's time to start it for an extended run. Obviously the first start that I had on the previous video was the first and only start. So hence my nerves. But anyway, I haven't got the tripod because it's broken, as I've said before. So I can't really, I might try and prop it up. At least you can then see the terror unfold. Right, here we go. Right, we've still got the indicators flashing. And I realised that I didn't hear the fuel pump. I've just checked, no, there's no fuel pump. The crash cut-off switch was upside down and it had gone off. So I've just turned the ignition and the fuel pump is moving. So let's see if it now starts. Right, well, it was running for just under an hour, and the only leak I found was this pipe here. As you can see, needs a bit of a better clip on there. That clip's not tight enough. So yeah, so it was running for an hour. Now, the indicator issue, I've had a quick Google while it was running, and apparently one of the issues, it's either in the BCU, which is the black box down in the footwell down there, or it's the cable that goes between the main fuse box and the in-car fuse box. So I've got the pin outs. Well, I've got which pins they are. I'm now going to go and have a cup of tea and have a look and see. So make sure the right one. Bearing in mind, we've had that fuse box pulled quite a bit because of the getting the bracket done and stuff. So it might be that the wire's been pulled out, so I can find, or at least stretched or something. So I'm thinking if I can find the pin outs, I can just put a wire in between that and the one inside temporarily, see if that fixes it. If not, we'll look at swapping the BCU. I just need to see whether the BCU is coded or not, because I have a couple of other BCUs here. So, right, let's have a cup of tea and a Google. Right, pin 12 on the green plug. We've got a wire running to pin 4 on the grey plug, just as a test. And we have no flashing indicators. We have directional indicators. Hang on. I unplugged the hazard light switch earlier just in case. Let's see. Where's that one? That's this one here. Oh, trying to do this. There you go. Hazards. So that is our problem. So I need to run that, actually put that wire in there properly, cut it and splice it, run the wire through and join the two together. Then we'll have indicators. So a massive, massive shout out to NFAV, N-F-A-V, on Landy Zone. In the highly unlikely event he's watching this, thank you so much. Your post from January the 22nd, 2018, I think it was. So getting on for 6 years ago, is the one that pointed out the wire to try, and there we go. As it happens, moving the fuse box and the wire plug and stuff about has actually made it work again, so I haven't had to put the other wire in, but we will just see how it goes. We know for the future if it does it again, that's what we've got to do. Well, I've drained the coolant out because it was just water, it wasn't having any coolant. I didn't want that to freeze overnight, for example, so that's all drained back out. The indicators are working, as I said, and we have changed that water matrix hose just about there with that dodgy clip for a proper Jubilee, so we shouldn't get any more leaks. So there we go, that is the end of the week. Again, I had to chop and change about because I had to remove some bits and pieces for now, but I will fill you in on what that was all about. Anyone who follows me on socials will know already, but I will reveal all when I can. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share. We've now got a running, driving Defender. Hopefully next week, Mikey will be doing the footwells on the green one. So hopefully I can get that back together. We'll start getting it back together. We've also got a Range Rover coming in for a full service. I don't know if I'll film that because obviously it's another customer who might not want their car on there. So I might just tell you I've done it. And that's about that. So again, thanks for watching. Have a cracking weekend, and I'll see you next week for more Land Rover boringness. Ta-da.